Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today? Let me just make sure my PNG through actually works. All right. So, um, today is just a casual day where we're doing some Wrensville development. So, allow me to open up my Twitch chat. I'm working on my own personal store, by the way. So that's what this is. Okay. So the other day, I basically put together a board for this. So that's kind of how I know what I want. And I also decided to make the stairs way longer than I need them to be. Because I wanted it to be kind of a spiral staircase, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm going to be going for, except for I'm going to be cutting the shape out. So the floor is pine cone. So this. Now I need to make every single one of these the same color. I should have done this beforehand. It's okay, we'll do it the easy way. And then when I merge these all together, it'll look really seamless. Now, I feel like I started this far enough away from the actual entrance that it'll look good. Oh, I'm on the second floor. So we're basically going to need to cut this out of the ceiling as well. And then there will also be round banisters up here. So I feel like this will give a really cool effect. Alright. Today I'm more focused on getting outside detail work done rather than putting all the clothes and stuff in here. Because I personally haven't created that many clothes yet. I've been more focused on helping others with them. But in November, I plan on being a lot more proactive and also working on getting into the UGC program, except for actually, which means a lot of 3D modeling. But I think it could be fun, so we're gonna try it. Something else I need to make sure of as I'm getting closer to the wall here is I need to see how far into the wall. Because I need to know which step. Okay, so it actually would have been the one below this. I think this is about as accurate as I'm going to get. And then we'll just stretch that one. Alright, now we basically will just continue going out until we get to the top. Now, I could have done it where I do 2 staircases, but I feel like it'll be better if I just do one because I could end up consuming most of the floor space. Alright. And also, when we actually get merchandise and stuff in here, and like specifically try on features, that's when the game will enter early access. So if you guys want to play it before it's officially released, you're going to need to buy the early access. But it also will help us out. So yeah, I need to make the GUI for it as well. And I'm probably going to do that part after stream. Because I kind of have a theme picked out, so. Oh, we are so close to being at the top right there. I'm just gonna go back through because I know there's slight up and down overlap with some pieces. And I'm just going to go in and pretty much get rid of that just so we can have it line up. The beads are perfect. Okay, now we just need to basically take all these under pieces like this. Delete those so the stairs are floating. And then we take this and we're going to drag it all the way down into the floor. Sometimes Roblox has like gap registry issues, so like when the white lights up, then it sometimes isn't actually perfect. And there's a little bit of a gap, and I just don't want that happening, so I'm taking that away by making sure it's actually in the floor. Now this is creating a very cool texture, but as soon as we merge this all, it's gonna pretty much get rid of that texture, which will make it look more cohesive. But I'm also going to cover it with um like part of a wall. I'm just filling this in that way nobody can actually glitch in here. I don't want that one. Okay. Okay, and I'm also going to do this. And basically try and match the dimensions perfectly, or as close to perfect as I can actually get it. Is there a gap between the wall and this? No, I think we're actually kind of scooted into the wall. That's good. Want something like that. I'm also gonna make it just a bit taller, just in case. Okay, now we are going to get a cylinder. Stand that up. Probably needs to be placed exactly right here. Because we want to mainly make sure it's cutting the stairs like right here. Okay, and then we turn this into a negative part. And then we will grab a block. Oh yeah, also make sure that's right. But basically we're gonna grab this block. Kind of like that, and then just bring it down like this. Make sure it's covering the entire stair part. We also just want it to like this little corner part right here. And again, as perfectly as we can possibly get it. I think that's pretty much as good as it's gonna get. And then we're basically going to do the same thing, except for on this side this time. And we're going to just bring this all the way up for ease. Kind of like that. And that's almost exactly where we need it to be. So we just, again, make sure that goes all the way down. And then the next thing we're going to do is kind of make sure that these come like this. And then the negative part, this is also going to be a negative part. We're going to duplicate this, and duplicate that. And then we need those. And now it is time to select every single one of these stairs. Okay, and if everything works out right, we should have our staircase. Um, the part that we're cutting out probably won't be colored, which is why we're also going to have to fill it in with like wall paint and stuff. But other than that, it should look absolutely beautiful. Okay. Alright. Ah, that's an issue. Actually, is it? Because I think that's just in the ground. Okay, never mind. Do this, and then we're gonna click off of it. Not this guy. Okay. And now we're going to select all this stuff. Select this part. Do that. And then this is the part that we're going to use to cut out the ceiling. Just like this. Again, click the sky. Seems like we got a little bit of a gap right here. Again, nothing we can't fix by filling it in, but still just a tad bit annoying because this would be pretty much perfect otherwise. Honestly, we can just do this. Make sure we grab this part. Okay. Now we're just going to reselect everything. There we go. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this. And we're basically just going to make it a model. No, I want to upload this as a model. I forget how to put that in my toolbox, so we're just gonna set this over here for now, and then I'll do that afterwards because there is a way to do it, but I'm not going to try and figure that out at the moment. Okay, another thing, I'm just going to lower this to where it'll perfectly match up with this step. Okay, now these are doors, so I'm gonna make sure that they sit right even. Now I'm going to take this, the stairs, and the bottom floor, and just, well, I can group them. That way I can easily get to what I need. And just so we know it's mine, always make sure to label your stuff. Which one is this? Oh, that's Easter egg stuff, so we don't really care. Okay. Next. So there's a couple ways that I could go about doing the wall part. I can either take part by part and do it, or I could make another model for coloring it, but honestly, part by part is typically easier for this. So we're just going to scale it till it fits just enough. Now we can either have like a slight overhang of the step, or we can make it like perfect. I personally want railing to end up showing, so I'm gonna go over as far as I can without it cutting into anything. Okay, so here's pretty much where that's going to stop. Need to back it up a little bit more because what we want is where it's still fully out, or at least pretty consistently in the entire thing. So about right there to about right there, I'll say. And now I'm going to take it to the lowest step because I want to stack on top. And I'm personally not going to do an overhang, other than just a hair to make sure it looks as seamless as possible. Alright, and then I'm basically just going to move it up. Make sure it's up high enough to where it kind of just barely touches. Well, barely overlaps at least. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. And then we will take the scale, bring it way down. Make sure everything's aligned just right. And then this part of the process is going to be pretty much rinse and repeat. Alright, we'll go with that. And scale it back just a bit. Again, want it as close as possible. And then right on top needs to come down just a smidge. Just so we can make sure that's pretty close. We're also gonna do it around the back, but I think I'm also going to put in like a... No. You can go. Okay. This piece. So we're going to take it up. And now I'm not gonna take it all the way down, but I'm gonna take it about maybe like about there. Hello. Thank you for the follow, Cold Gaming 10. I appreciate it. We'll take it about here. I'm gonna try and... Oop, I just realized what I did. Okay. Okay, so this is just barely too short. There we go. That's perfect. And now we're going to take a. Honestly, we're gonna do this the easy way. This will allow us to still color it. And this also gives us more control over how smooth it comes out. Alright, now we're just going to. Now is pretty much a time where I need to just choose how I want my shop to look. Like what the colors are gonna be. Alright. Is it touching? Yeah. Okay. Take it back a little bit. It also needs to be brought up just a touch. About right there. I might be able to make this measurement on the side just a tad bit closer. And that makes it a bit too close. And that's practically perfect right there. Just make sure. Okay, it's not quite there yet. Oh, just like that. Alright, okay. And last one for this section of the wall. This section of the wall right here, I no longer have to worry about due to the smoothed out arch, which I could either continue or I could just leave stopped here. Maybe I'll continue it like that. Okay. Honestly, here it doesn't really matter how close to the top we get as much because you're not really going to be seeing it. Oh, wait. Okay. And do something like that. And then that matches pretty much perfectly. Just look a little bit closer. Okay, yeah. So now, the color scheme for the shop, I'm going to pretty much just make a color pillar. And I'm thinking the first one probably going to be a nice light blue. And then my main channel color, which is a bit of a darker grayish blue. Maybe a bit lighter than that. There we go. Okay. And then this part, let's see, maybe light purple. Is that too close? Kinda. Alright, let me make this a bit darker. A bit more saturated. That way there's a bit more of a visual difference. Alright, and then, of course, gonna want some silver. Personally, a cold silver. Yeah, kind of like that. Um, and we're going to just kind of group it like that because I can go into the individual thing and pick out the colors that I need. But yeah. Hmm. I'm thinking for this back wall. Alright, that should be in front enough. That's there enough. Gotta make sure it's scooted inside enough to not kind of bug the outside. Okay, but this part will bug me. Okay, much better. Now, for the back wall, I'm going to make it pretty much the darkest color. Okay. I'm just gonna start putting these in chat, by the way, just so I can get to the codes easier. 64, 80, and 107. Okay. And that's the RGB code, so it goes here. You guys can start seeing the color change. We gotta, oh god, we gotta figure that out. Okay. Does it poke through anywhere? I mean, a little bit on the roof, but I'm gonna be actually making a roof, so not too worried about that. Okay. Now for the rest. Okay, this part is 113, 135, 195. There we go. And that's what the rest of the walls are going to be colored, except for I'm thinking the front wall will be a different color. And 195. Okay. Because it's gonna take a little while, I'm just going to. Alright, now. Apparently, I missed a bunch in here. Oh no, texture. Um. Almost the last one. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna want to make sure that that is all of it. Okay. Duplicate and then rotate. And then maybe we'll have this either be like a nice display area, or I could do like some mirrors, or maybe a seating area. This could also be checkout. Really just depends on how I'm feeling. Now we scaled this part. Okay, this one is a lot more even. Let me scale this a little bit. We just want to pretty much get rid of the showing bit right there. Again, seamlessness. I'm also going to try and add some trim. My cats are definitely in an ornery mood. So this might still be the right size because circles in Roblox. Well, it's a low poly game. So they're not really circles. Okay. And then rotate it a little bit. At least so it looks perpendicular. Is this like slightly above? Okay. It is slightly above. I'm just gonna fix that right up. And this is also slightly above. But that per se is a lot less noticeable. I'm gonna make it a bit longer though. Alright. And then the next part should still be the same angle, just different height. It almost is, it's just slightly too fat. So we need something more like that. Alright, this is starting to look pretty good. Alright, and then that's almost like perfectly lined up, so I'm just gonna scale this back a little bit. about right there, and then we'll just make it thinner so it doesn't show. And then we'll do some trims. And it should end up looking really good. It's just a very monotonous part of the process. Okay, and this part, this tiny part here, also seems to be the same angle. Okay. Getting a lot closer to being done with this part. After this, I think I'm going to work on placing in some more windows. I'm sure there's going to continue being more stores down this street, so I'm not gonna put windows here. But I definitely want to put some more here, and I need to make sure I do that. Okay, is there anywhere else on that specific one? Okay, no. These are like part of the long stretches where one piece works for most. Okay, right there. There is some more parts left to this circle, or this edge specifically. And the fact that this is a low poly game does make this process actually a lot faster and easier. Because if it wasn't, you'd have to be doing this forever trying to get it smooth, especially considering like the inside loses its color and just keeps like the texture. That's the only reason why we actually have to do this instead of just like cutting something out. I mean, unless you have a texture that you're pasting onto it, that might work, but if you don't, then you're kind of out of luck. Okay. It seems to be a really long part of it. The shading does make it look a tad bit choppy, but other than that, I actually really like how this is looking. Alright, now let's lower this. And now this should be where it starts just to be straight. So perfect. Now again for this part, I'm going to do the stack method. Something like that maybe. Okay. Kinda like that. Okay. Now the funnier part about this, and I'll show you guys in a minute before I do finish like the wall off. Um, is it's pretty much like a super dry cookie right now. And what I mean by that is it's gonna crumble. And your character will also be able to move the pieces around. So that's another thing you guys gotta really look out for when you're building is like do little by little, do checks to make sure everything is working properly. Because you don't want to build this beautifully extravagant home and then um, it's broken. So yeah, I mean, unless you don't care about posting your games and you just kind of want to build stuff in Roblox Studio without um worrying about it, that's fine. But anchoring is very important for the rest of you guys. I mean, unless the whole idea is that it looks very pretty when you first look at it, but then it just falls apart. I can see why that'd work for like a puzzle game. Alrighty. I get the joy of trying to line that part up. Did it? Okay. No, just like that. And so you guys can see what I mean, we'll go ahead and click play here. Uh, this part works as a union, but everything else just kind of crumbles and falls. Especially these little roller bits. It just kind of crumbled into splinters. Isn't that great? Oh yeah, this part just completely vanished. Probably fell out of the map. We could more than likely be able to push over the walls at some point. If we were eager enough and patient enough. pretty much the only thing that stayed. Actually, no, the stairs didn't even stay in place because those aren't anchored either. Ah, beautiful. Very funny. Okay. Yeah, anchor your stuff, guys. Alright, and then we will unionize that. We also name this stair wall. We got that part as floors. This part just says union, so we're going with parking lot, and then I will worry about doing more later. What's that? These don't have names either. Okay, but first let's worry about putting in some windows. Yeah, another thing is probably going to want to color the outside, and I kind of want the thing to be made out of brick, but that might also blend in with the road too much. That's kind of a fun texture. I mean, this would be cool. We could do like different textures. Hmm. And we don't have to worry about it being the same on the inside because it's not going to be the same on the inside, so real fast I just need to see if that blends a lot. Mm, let's make this a really dark brown and color all of the walls. Also, if you guys know how to make it to where doors swing open or like do a press E to interact thing, if you could recommend me the video or just like show me how to do it, that'd be much appreciated. Okay, yeah, this will be pretty cute. I think that'll be pretty cute. Alright, now because I know when I do this I cannot change the color, I'm going to yeah, that should be enough. And then we just need to make sure it won't poke out from any sides. And I said I was going to be doing the one blue all the way through. Ooh, that's an interesting look. Um, I do kind of like the wood part of the front. It makes it feel less modern, and I honestly, I kind of want something a bit more textured. Maybe we'll change around the colors a little bit and just have like there be accents and stuff. Because I think this is pretty cool. Let me add that there. Oh, okay. I really like that. There. Cool. Okay. And then do that again. I think that's looking really cool and kind of interesting. So I'm gonna keep it. We'll do this. And I really like it, honestly. Let me just anchor this down. Okay. Now, it's finally time to see how all of this is going to look. Okay, new plan. Duplicate, and then we'll do that. And there we go. Okay, that does the windows. And then we'll make like nice thick trim and stuff. or at least nice thick window insets. Alright, this is just one piece of wood all the way through, so we'll just do that. Again, the same with this, and this is also going to be a window display, which I think will be kind of fun. Wait, what? Okay. I need to deselect that and then regroup that. Okay. That should have fixed my problem. Okay, I'm really liking this with all the windows placed in now. I think it looks so cool. I can't wait to do like the curved banister and all that. Okay, so yeah. I'm very happy. It is a very big building compared to the avatars, but it just means more space to put up dummies so you guys can see where the clothes, well, what the clothes will look like. Oh, hello, Timo. Long time no see. Doing pretty good. Just working on some development. How are you doing? Let's do this. And I think I'm going to unionize the entire outside of the building. Kind of like that. Just make sure all together. About to start okay, English not going good today. You're about to start relaxing. That does sound pretty good. Ooh. Hmm. Maybe I'll make a fireplace on this wall. Just upstairs though. That could be kind of cool. All right. Hmm. Is this slightly lower than the floor, or is it the exact? Oh, it's okay. This is higher. So I need to basically dive into this piece, separate, and basically we're just going to slightly dig that into the floor. Same with this one. Okay. Perfect. And there we go. Another thing I gotta remember to do is anchor it. That way it's not gonna be floating everywhere. This one is anchored. That's not anchored. That's anchored. That's anchored. That's anchored. That's not anchored. Alright, pretty cool. Hmm. Okay. Let's. No, that's not what I asked. Window display, like. Okay, do I want the entire thing out? Because we can either put a banister, that way you can look down into it, or. Okay. It depends on what kind of window display we're doing, I suppose. Okay. Okay, but now to make sure, when I have this highlighted, nothing else is highlighted. Alright, perfect, perfect. Thanks, D. I appreciate it. Also, hello. Oh, wait. Oh! Never mind, I do have a good area for a sign. Hang on. Maybe. Maybe a good area for a sign. Now I need to think about... Maybe I'll make the windows first. And I'll start on this side because it's got extra sunlight. Alright. So I'm going to go with a lighter brown. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so this is what I use. I could either go for pinecone or I could go for this. Or maybe even a custom color. Place that there. Okay. Let's see. And then regular wood, probably. I might make this actually a tad bit more cold. Okay, I do like this more. Can I place it in here? No, I can't. That's sad. Also, let's check the window height. Okay, yeah, you guys would be able to see out of this with like regular avatars. My cat seems to be having a blast right now. Rare indeed. Hi, Willow. Let's also try and make something like maybe a bit of a windowsill. That could be kind of fun. Or at least kind of like this. Copy. And then we can pull that down. And let's take it in a little bit. Because I feel like this will just add some more dimension to the window. Because I kind of want my shop to be as detailed as I can possibly get it. Okay, that's about the same. Now on the back, maybe something kind of like that. Kind of like that. Alright, now. Oh, wait, hang on. This was intended to be double windows. Like those that kind of just swing open. Oop. Let's see, how much over? That's about the same. Alright. I'm gonna bring that down a little bit, and then I just kind of want to wrap it around this. Gonna try and make that as tight as possible. Oh. Alright. There we go. And bring that up to the other part. Bring that up a bit more. And then I'm going to grab the under one and bring it up. Because I want to create like an arch. This might need to be a little bit wider. Move this over. Just like this. And then scale this just a tad. Alright. Take a peek. How's that looking? Pretty good. Make this thicker, because why not? Alright, now the fun part begins. Where's my cylinder? There it is. Come here. Alright, now we need to move it like that. And we want to make sure it's perfectly in the center, kind of like this. And then we hold shift, so all units get measured at the exact same time. Now the question is, do I want the like detail to appear on the inside and outside? Why not? I'm gonna do this and then that seems to be a bit big. Or something kind of like this. Perfect, perfect. And then we're going to have to this. Great. Alright, now the fun part. We have to cut it out. So we take this, and we do this, and we do this. No, well, we don't need to do that, but we can do this, and this, and this, and this. And negative. And that. And then we got the little nice curve piece right here. And now another fun part is we duplicate this. We pull this up. We rotate like this. We move this like this. We scale this so it look like this. And then we move this so it goes here. And we do this. And then we do this. Make sure we scale it. Just right. More focus on the outside. Maybe make this poke out a bit more. Like that. And we scale. Okay, perfect. And we scale some more. And we scale like this. And because we need it so perfect, we almost want it to be kind of glitchy. But I suppose it's fine if it's not like exact. Alrighty. Like that. And I'm just pretty much going to copy this. I was gonna rotate it, but that looks difficult. We'll go with 5 again. I think that's pretty much perfect. Now I just want to do some littler details. So I'm going to unionize this, and then I'm going, no, scale, rotate it just slightly. Okay, hang on. Perfect. That adds in a little bit more detail. That's a color. Alright. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? I mean, I can show you guys how to do easy spiral designs. Not really spirals, but like they'll kind of look like targets and it's fun. So, essentially, you need a cylinder. I'm gonna leave mine like this. I'm also gonna do that. You've got to be kidding me. Does that make this side uneven? Alright, that should be good. Now I just need to move this over a little bit. Consistently going back and forth just to make sure everything looks okay. I should have done the sculpting for the underside of the sewer when I was in Blender. That would have made this whole thing a whole lot easier. Because I'm not moving the, like, actual, this part. Like the underground sewer tubing. That's a bit too much. Okay. Let's get back to the window. Well, the spiral, I suppose. Okay, so I'm gonna do this and basically just Okay, so you gotta kind of make a tube for this. And then again, negative part. Okay, and then you do this and pretty much just kind of place it on here. You only want it to go in a little bit. Or I suppose we could do the other way. That'll make it so everything's colored. Well, pretty much everything. So wood, whatever color you like. Alright. And okay, I think this is what's mainly messing up. Alright, and then with this shift. Okay. And we don't really need that many loops. So I'm just going to duplicate this. Alright. And then we can pretty much do stuff like this, where we use it to decorate. There we go. Alright, and I think that's pretty good for detail. Though I am going to be separating this just because I think the backdrop being a little bit darker could help highlight the rest of it. Yeah, I think that looks much better. Alright, now we get to do an even more fun part called making the actual windows. Okay. So I'm gonna make these like relatively thin compared to the rest. And I think okay, so there's gonna be an outside piece and an inside piece. And we're going with like what you'd consider traditional style windows. Um yeah, something else is I'm gonna grab this color and I'm also just going to put it right there. We're gonna do this. This is wood. Like that. Okay, so like this, and then alright, now let's bring this bit down. Something kind of like this. And then let's that's actually gonna be super cute. Okay, so now we're going to select this, 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 and this. Duplicate. Alright, now we just move this one down. Alright, and next. This part. Easy way to basically make any build look more realistic or something is just go overboard with details. You'll know when it's right. Alright. And then we duplicate that, move that over again. Alright, and then we duplicate this, bring this over here. Now, I could be all mathematic about it and make sure it's exact, but I feel like it'll just look more natural if it's not like 1000%. And I also just don't wanna. Slightly longer. Something like that. And then this one will kind of just. That is an amazing window in my opinion. I actually really like it. And then I do this, and then I'm going to just make these parts slightly thinner, well even thinner, just because that happens in a lot of actual windows. I think that's looking really cute. So now I'm going to actually put the glass in. Now, obviously, we want the transparency to be a thing. Now, glass doesn't really have a reflection. Or, not reflection. There. Um, Glass doesn't really have a shadow, is what I was meaning to say. So, I'm going to make it like this gray color. And there we go. Okay. Alrighty. And I think that that is an amazing window. I'm very thrilled with how this came out. So I am going to. Okay, it's not tilted, so that's good. But I'm gonna essentially grab every single little individual part of the window. Is that the whole thing? Ah, man! The glass won't stay transparent. Okay. Okay, but we're just going to now select the glass with it. Oh yeah, also anchor. Copy. Okay, this is gonna look so good, guys. Copy again. Alrighty, and one more. Now we gotta go up. Here. Okay. Now we got one, two, three more of those. Okay, and last thing. No. Is I just want to select this and then the glass. Actually, I should probably just do the one that's already up here. Alright, and then right here, like that. And this is the last thing I'm going to be doing on stream today. Separate, and then separate. Let's make sure these are in the correct spot. There we go. Alright. And I think that actually looks pretty cute. So, anyways, if you guys enjoyed watching today's development log, please subscribe. Go follow me on Twitch to see them live. And yeah, keep an eye on our Roblox page to see when this will be out so you guys can play it for yourselves. Other than that, take care, everybody. I hope to see you all next time. Be sure to follow the Star Sailing creators on Twitter. Hello, Eagle. Came in just in time for the outro. But yeah, I will catch you all next time. Peace out.